Something's not right. There's a man collapsed on the ground. It looks like he's passed out. When it says something's not right, that means there's a boss here. Usually it'll attack you when you go up on the altar, but this time, as you try to move deeper into the herb garden, a giant plant attacks you. This boss is water-based. So, don't use your geyser attack. Well, I don't think... No, you don't get your geyser attack until after this boss. Yeah, that's why we can't use the water pipe. What the fuck? You are using a light knife. Oh no, you silenced Edward. Whatever will I do? Guess I'm just gonna go up and punch it. Wow, this is not going well. Right. You're just gonna have to deal with that then. This boss could either be really easy or really hard, depending on the weapon you got. Since I got shitty weapons that don't work with this fight, it's gonna be hard. Yes, this is still my favorite RPG. there. Wow.
Oh, my head. Oh, what happened? Oh, yes, that's right. That monster. Oh. Who on earth are you two?
Hey, we rescued you, and that's your way of saying thanks?
Little did I know that these days were into rescuing perfect strangers.
You.
My name is Koudelka, and this is Edward. Would you mind telling us how you ended up collapsed on this path?
My name is James. James O'Flaherty. I've been searching for something, and it took me to the monastery. Little did I know that it'd become a breeding ground for demonic spirits.
Then how did you get in here dressed like that?
Through the main gate, of course. The caretakers welcomed me with open arms.
That husband and wife team? And the food? Was there no poison in your food?
What are you talking about? Are you out of your mind?
Those caretakers tried to poison and kill us.
That's not funny. I find it inappropriate for you to try to dupe an upstanding believer of the Christian faith.
So nothing happened to you then?
Of course not. Not until I encountered that monster.
Yeah? And we're the ones who took care of that monster. Far be it from me to expect any words of gratitude from you.
I see. And I can tell from your appearances that the power of your faith alone was not enough to smooth things out with that monster.
It wasn't the kind of problem that faith alone could solve.
Ugh. Look at this plinth. It's broken now, but holy water ran from it until recently. But I've become distracted. Almighty God, please give me the strength to ward off these monsters.
I can see that we've wasted our time here. Let's go, Koudelka.
Just a minute. Although I'm under the protection of the Lord, it doesn't hurt to take precautionary measures. I think I'll go with you.
With the monster gone, the font is once again filled with holy water. Oh. Scimitar for him. And I guess I will give her the light knife because it increases her agility a little. And I never actually used ranged weapons before, but I'm gonna make James the ranged user and see how that works. You can make him whatever you want. If you go up here, it will restore your health and MP. Because, like, we get so much bullets. And the reason I'm doing it so that like, you might ask, why don't you just switch accordingly? Like, whatever's best for your stats, or what bosses you're facing at certain points in the game, and that's because your weapon level goes up depending on how much you use a certain weapon. So the more we use the pistol, the more it will level up, and that way James will be able to shoot 2 times in one attack instead of once, so double the damage. And same with the blunt weapons. Well, or the swords or stuff like that. There's a sword level, a blunt weapon level. So if you're doing that, make sure to try to keep the weapons you use, limit them to like 2 or 3 types if you can. Because say your knife level's really high, even if you can do 3 attacks on one action, if all your knives break and you don't have any more, you're stuck with whatever you got. So, you know, keep that in mind. It looks like it's been ransacked. Are these like bones or feathers? I can't even tell. Corridor, 2nd floor. Monster designs are so cool. That's so creepy. It's a headless thing with wooden pegs on its legs, and it's got glass sticking out of it, and it uses the glass to attack. We got a armor, which is pretty rare. You could very well go through the entire game without getting like, it's, if you get to the end of the game, that doesn't mean that every single of your party members is going to even have armor. Most of the stat bonuses and stuff comes from accessories and weapons.
dark and depressing building. Even with the temple, you can't feel the presence of the Lord's light. I can't believe I've stepped foot in this place.
Where all have gone, and all must go, to be the nothing that I was. I are born to life and living woe.
Lord Byron, no? I am not an admirer of his. In the first place, his poetry is unrefined.
And who gave you the right to judge the refinement of poetry?
Poetry should delve into the depths of the souls of the faithful. And others. It should inspire the soul as to Alexander Pope or George Herbert.
If they have the power to do away with these evil spirits, I'd choose anyone. Even that dear old carpenter's son. you love so
Blasphemous! Pagan! How dare you utter such words of sin?
To seek help from someone you've never met before is ridiculous, especially when people are dying from hunger every single day in London.
They're all filthy and immoral little beggars that deserve to die. Heaven is...
That doesn't sound like a demonic spirit to me.
The noise is coming from that building over there.
The poison didn't kill us, so now they're taking the fast and easy way now.
Don't be ridiculous!
Why don't you ask the bullets who's being ridiculous?
You idiots!
Dialogue is so good. I'm gonna have Edward and Koudelka level up one more time. So that's good. Ah, oh no. That should help her if something attacks her with a gun. The door is being held shut by some mysterious force. When you try to open it, a monster attacks you. Oh, and also my player level went up too. Which means that if two enemies are next to each other, I can attack them. At a time. Yeah, move right next to it. Yeah, awesome. Nice. Edward was in my line of sight. I could have moved, but I didn't want to. Not my line of sight. He was in the way. Get on with it. As you can see now that my level went up, in the magic it takes double MP. Soon we will have so much MP that it won't matter, but right now, yeah. Rapier to bar. J-Ring. We learned Tornado, which is an air spell. Intelligence, piety, and mind go up. Absorbs wind, weakness, earth. Awesome. Dungeon, second floor. You see a pile of corpses. I love how, like, the limited graphics and how compressed the background textures are. Just makes the... just leaves so much to the imagination. Our magic is way stronger now that we got that ring.